She said at the party, "Ugh, I wish I'd come single. I'd be having more fun." It was the kind of laughter that slices through a crowd, bright, careless, oblivious, hers. The chandelier light above shimmered against the glasses raised in a toast. Champagne fizzed. She stood a few feet away, her hand brushing another man's arm, and I caught the sentence mid-breath. "Ah, I wish I'd come single. I'd be having more fun." She said it loud enough for me to hear, or maybe I just wanted to. The laughter that followed wasn't hers alone. It spread, like perfume, like poison, infecting the small circle of strangers around her. I stood there, frozen. The room buzzed with soft music, forks against plates, shallow conversation. But in that moment, the world tunneled. It was just her voice and that sentence looping in my skull. I forced a smile when someone clapped my shoulder. "You all right, man?" I nodded. Because that's what you do when your chest caves in quietly. You smile, nod, and keep your composure. That night I didn't drive home. I watched her from across the room, every gesture, every touch. She looked like she was performing, too loud, too free, too flirtatious. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. But I couldn't unhear those words. The next morning she greeted me with coffee, black, 2 sugars, the same way I liked it. Her hair was messy, her eyes still heavy from sleep. She smiled like nothing happened. "You left early last night," she said. I didn't respond. I just watched the steam rise from my cup. She leaned against the counter, pretending to scroll her phone, pretending not to notice my silence. That was her way of managing guilt. Pretend it doesn't exist. I replayed her words from the party, dissecting them like evidence. Every syllable stung. I wish I'd come single. Why? Who was she wishing that for? A week earlier she'd been distant. Late replies, new perfume, sudden gym sessions. Small changes. But I noticed everything. We'd been together 3 years. I knew her patterns better than she did. And I could sense when someone, was shifting the current. That morning she kissed my cheek before leaving for work. A soft, habitual kiss. But it landed wrong, like an apology she hadn't spoken yet. I watched her leave. The sound of the door locking felt final. I didn't trust words anymore. Only silence tells the truth. I started small. Phone records, location sharing, digital footprints. Those tiny trails people forget they leave when they lie. I told myself I wasn't snooping. I was confirming what I already knew. Her messages were clean. Too clean. No slang, no emojis, no warmth. It looked curated. No one communicates that perfectly, unless they have something to hide. So I dug deeper. Hidden folders, cloud backups. 3 hours later, I found it. A photo. Blurred, badly cropped, but clear enough. Her hand, holding a glass of wine. Another hand, not mine, resting near hers on a table. The timestamp? The same night as the party. My pulse slowed. That calm that comes right before a storm, I felt it. The numb, focused kind. I didn't confront her, not yet. I let the days pass. Watched her act out the rhythm of normal life. Cooking, laughing, talking about work. Every move rehearsed. At night, she'd roll toward me in bed, breathing slow, pretending to sleep. But I'd lie awake, counting the seconds between each breath, feeling the distance between us widen. She thought I didn't know. That was her mistake. The truth came wrapped in an envelope, delivered to my office, addressed anonymously. Inside was a USB, no name, no note, just a single file, video_001.mp4. It was from the party. Someone had filmed her, laughing, dancing, whispering in another man's ear. Her expression said everything. The kind of smile you save for someone you shouldn't be smiling at. The kind that used to belong to me. And there it was, the moment she leaned close, hand resting on his chest, and said, I wish I'd come single. I'd be having more fun." The camera caught it perfectly. No distortion, no doubt. I paused the frame, her eyes glinting under the lights, lips curved in mock annoyance. Carefree, faithless. I laughed once. It sounded foreign, like it came from someone else. For years, I had believed love was loyalty. But now I saw it for what it was, an illusion sustained by selective blindness. I closed my laptop and waited. That evening, when she walked through the door, humming softly, I felt nothing. No rage, no heartbreak, just a cold, surgical clarity. She poured herself a drink, kissed my shoulder, and said, "What's wrong, babe?" I looked at her. Nothing. Just work. She smiled. "You're always working." "Yeah," I said, "always building something." She didn't realize what I was building this time. 2 nights later, I hosted a dinner. Our friends, her colleagues, even the man from the video, invited through a mutual friend. She looked stunning that night. Black dress, subtle lipstick, a smile she thought could still disarm me. She had no idea. Halfway through dinner, laughter filled the room, wine glasses clinked. And then, quietly, I connected my laptop to the projector. Before dessert, I said, "I want to show something." The lights dimmed, the video played. Her voice echoed through the room. "Ugh, I wish I'd come single. I'd be having more fun." A silence followed that could split skin. Every eye turned toward her. Her face drained. Her fork slipped from her hand, clattering against the plate. The man from the video froze. He tried to speak, but I raised a hand. "Don't bother," I said. "We've heard enough." She looked at me, desperate, broken. "Please, I didn't mean it like that." I smiled. "I know. You meant it exactly like that." No yelling, no chaos, just truth. Displayed, undeniable, merciless. I stood. "Enjoy dessert," I said, walking toward the door. Behind me, whispers rose like smoke. Her name, her shame, her perfect little world, cracking open in front of everyone. I didn't go home that night, or the next. When she finally called, crying, apologizing, I let the phone ring until it stopped. Forgiveness isn't mercy, it's surrender. And I was done surrendering. I sold the house 2 weeks later, transferred the money, packed a single bag, and left the city. Sometimes, late at night, I still hear her laughter, echoing from that party, slicing through the crowd. But now it doesn't sting. It's just a sound. Love makes you believe people mean what they say. Betrayal teaches you they don't. When people show you who they really are, record it, play it once, and then delete the file.
How could you do this?